Hey everybody, I'm back. So I know that in my last video about essential oils I said that I was going to do a video about how I treated my mastitis, and there is no perfect time to go ahead and do that video than today because I just treated it again. So the last time that I had it was 7 months ago, and then I got it again this week. And if you've ever had mastitis, it is miserable. You know, it is miserable. You just want to curl up in the fetal position and sleep. It's awful. It really is. But if you're a mom, you don't really get to just curl up and go to sleep. You still have to take care of a baby and take care of yourself. And so anyways, let me just first tell you what mastitis is. Briefly tell you what mastitis is. So mastitis is when one of your milk ducts gets clogged up and it stays clogged and then an infection happens. That's called mastitis. So a clogged duct can happen for a number of reasons. Inflammation of the tissues, or your baby just isn't nursing normally, so all of the little channels aren't being emptied when they nurse, and that can cause a clogged duct. So there's several different things that can cause a clogged duct, but the symptoms, they're fever, nausea, achy, chills. You basically feel like you have the flu, and it is miserable. It is hands down the worst part of breastfeeding. And if you've breastfed and never had mastitis, good for you. You're not missing anything. But if you have breastfed or you're new to breastfeeding and you get mastitis, I have found a natural, quick cure for it. So the first time I got mastitis, I had no idea what was going on, went to the doctor, got an antibiotic. That messed up my son's stomach, so the second time I got mastitis, I was kind of new to essential oils and like more natural remedies for things, and I decided to give it a try. And long story short, I treated my mastitis in 2 days. The first time when I had antibiotics, it took almost 5 days to feel better. So this time, I just got it again Wednesday evening. I started having the flu-like symptoms, but I had noticed the sore spot, and it's like a hardened area on your breast too. It was this breast, and the sore spot was on top, and it also turns like a shade of pink. Your skin does when you have mastitis. So, and it's hot to the touch, and it hurt to breastfeed, and it was just, I started feeling awful Wednesday evening, and then all day Thursday I felt really bad, but I was treating it myself, and then here it is Friday morning, and I am 100% better thanks to my oils. What I'm going to do is have like somewhere on this screen, I'm going to kind of give an outline of how I treated my mastitis, so that if you ever do come back to it, you don't have to find the spot that I was talking about how to treat it. So anyways, mainly what I did was essential oils. I did 3 things: essential oils, hot showers, and nursing / pumping. So I used 3 oils. The 2 main oils I used were oregano and tea tree oil. Oregano is very potent, very powerful, and it is very effective against infections and inflammation. Tea tree oil is common for inflammation. It's antibacterial and antifungal. Then I also used lavender, and the lavender I feel like helped with the pain. It also helps with inflammation. It's also antibacterial and everything, but I don't think it was quite as strong as this oregano. So those are the 3 oils I used, and this is kind of how I did it. So Wednesday night when I started feeling bad, I went ahead and put on the oregano and the tea tree oil. No carrier oil, just put them directly on my skin. And because you do have to be careful with the quantities of essential oils with little babies, like my son is a year old, so you do have to be careful with the quantities of oils that you use. So I would put the oils on my skin after nursing him, like right after nursing him, and then let them sit for a couple of hours and then just wipe it off with a wet rag so that when he was nursing, he wasn't coming in direct contact with like freshly applied oils. So just do keep that in mind. So I put those oils on. I didn't really have to massage too much, although you should, just trying to loosen up whatever the clogged duct. I also took a shower and let the hot water shower onto my breasts and try and loosen that duct. As soon as I finished in the hot shower, I pumped or I nursed, because the idea is you want to get rid of the clot, get the milk out so that the infection doesn't just keep going. So then the next day, I was nauseous and I was a little dizzy. I had had a fever all that first night. A lot of people think that when you get a fever, you need to get rid of the fever. But that's not the case. Your body temperature goes up when there's an infection for a reason. A fever is a good thing. It helps fight that infection. So you don't need to take anything for a fever, as long as it's not skyrocketing through the roof, let it do its job. So yes, I had a fever all that night, and I woke up and I was sweating. So I knew that I had a fever, I was breaking the fever, had a fever, breaking the fever. And you know what, that's okay, because the next morning I felt a little bit better. I also, whenever my son woke up, I gave him that breast to try and get that clot out, so that I could get that infection under control. The next morning I took a shower, massaged it. I did have that pink rash on that hard area of my breast where the clogged duct was. Got out of the shower, I pumped that morning. Pumped, and you know what, I didn't even pump anything. Nothing even came out. So I knew that I still had work to do. So I reapplied my oregano and tea tree oil directly to it. I didn't wear a bra, I just wore a strap, just like a spaghetti strap shirt, a loose fitting one, so that, my breasts they weren't being confined, or, there wasn't any pressure being put on that breast. Oh, and I should mention, while I was in the shower, I was kind of massaging, trying to hand express some milk as well in the shower, and it worked a lot better than after I got out of the shower. So all day, I was drinking water, I was resting as much as I possibly could with a 1-year-old. When he napped, I definitely stayed laying down. And when he was playing, I was just kind of laying there beside of him. And amazingly, I didn't feel too terrible that first day after that night. So I was able to take care of him. I don't know how I would have done it if he had been a young baby who needed to be held the whole time, or if I had had more children. So, get help is what I would do. I would call somebody over to help you. But anyways, lots of water. I also double dosed on vitamin C. I have chewable vitamin C tablets that I take on a regular basis, but I think one is 100%, one tablet is 100%. I think I took like 6 or 7 that whole day. So I did that, water, rest, oils. I probably applied my oils about 4 times that day. And by that evening, the baby was nursing. By that evening, I know this sounds weird, but my breast was mushy. It didn't have that hard spot in it anymore. So I knew I got it unclogged. So then I applied my lavender oil, again after another shower, just to try and help with some of the inflammation and the pain, because it was still a little painful. But my symptoms were mostly subsided. I didn't feel too terrible, and I didn't feel that achy flu-like feeling anymore, so I was so happy. And I cured mastitis in 24 hours. 24 hours, and I did it without giving myself side effects, without putting antibiotics in my system that was going to tear up my gut, tear up my son's gut. I am so grateful that my friend showed me essential oils, because I have treated so many things, and I feel like I've probably prevented illnesses, and who can say they got rid of mastitis in 24 hours? So, if you're looking for a natural, holistic approach to treating mastitis. I really hope this video helps you. I know how miserable mastitis is, so I wanted to make a video to show you how to get rid of it quickly. Anyways, I hope this video helped you. I really do. And thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.